Hi and welcome to another Sunday video. Today I'll be using the Chill Out stamp set by the Alleyway Stamps, and it's an adorable stamp set that comes packed with snowmen, some cute little birds, snowflakes and lots of sentiments. So I'm stamping one of the snowman using Memento ink. I'm using Memento ink because later on I'll be coloring my snowman with Copics, and also I'm stamping a small little bird. These are the Copic colors I've chosen to color my snowman. All the colors are listed on the supply list, and just because all the areas on the snowman are very small, I'm not using 3 shades of each color but only 2, just to do a basic coloring. I've speeded up the process and I'll catch you up again once I've finished coloring my snowman. And now that I've finished coloring, I'm going to cut out the snowman and the little bird. I've chosen one of the 4 snowflakes that come in this stamp set, and I'm going to white emboss it on my cardstock. But first I'm using this stamping mask sheet, and I'm going to cover an area at the bottom of the card. It's going to be my ground. I want to keep this area white. So I've just drawn a line here. I'm going to cut around the line. And now I'm going to mark how high I want this to be and cut it out using my paper trimmer. I'm sticking the masking sheet at the bottom of the card, and now it's time to emboss the snowflakes. I'm using Versamark ink and just stamping the snowflakes here and there. I know you can't see what I'm doing now because Versamark is transparent, but I can't see what I'm doing either. So I'll pick up the card and try to catch the light just to make sure where exactly I need to put the snowflakes. And now it's time to add the embossing powder. I'm using embossing powder by Wow. It's opaque white. I'm adding a tone because I don't know where the snowflakes are. Maybe you can see them here. And now it's time to heat emboss using my embossing heat gun. And now it's time to create the background using Distress ink. I'm applying first of all broken china all over the background, and just to remind you that the masking sheet is still there, so it will keep the bottom of the card totally white. The embossing powder resists Distress ink, and that gives that great effect. I always like doing that on my background. To finish it up, I'm applying faded jeans only on top of my card just to define the edge. And now on to the fun part, removing the masking tape. I always like to see the effect. I'm using foam squares because you know I love dimension, and I'm going to fight with small little pieces of foam squares here and there on the back of his hands and on the bird. Using my 80G gun, I'll just stick this piece of card on my card base. This is a standard card base that's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. To add my sentiment, I wanted to use a speech bubble, and I found this speech bubble that perfectly matches the sentiment size. And after cutting it out on my cuddle bag, I'm just using black ink to stamp my sentiment. And again, I'm using foam squares to stick the speech bubble on top of my card. And although I tried too hard, I couldn't resist to use again my favorite punch and add a cute little heart on my snowman. And as a finishing touch, I'm adding glossy accents on Snowman's nose and on the little heart. And that's the card for today. I hope you had fun and got inspired.